Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So today's drop here that we've seen was quite significant, but not necessarily a surprise in the current scenario. And we're going to zoom in a minute. Yeah, we are still in the area which is covered by the current scenario. And in fact, in the previous video today, I informed you that I believe we are still going to see more downside in the current scenario on the lower level wave count here that we're going to zoom in a minute. A few people have asked again to just sort of touch base on where we are on a higher level time frame for Bitcoin. And of course, I'm going to make you aware. I sometimes forget that a lot of new viewers are coming in all the time. So yeah, let's just touch base on that. So first of all, we moved up here in a wave 1. This is a first impulsive wave that peaked in April 21. We then moved down here in a wave 2. We currently either still are in the wave 2, which is the corrective wave, which is that larger correction which is currently ongoing, or we are already coming out of it. And this is currently where the uncertainty is in the market. We don't know. We simply don't know. We have to, and you know, obviously viewers who've been with me since the beginning or since November will know that it was very certain that we would go into this price range below 28.6k eventually, yeah, and we have come into this area. So from that point of view, the Elliott Wave scenario has been fulfilled. And now, because we have reached this target area, yeah, and also on the lower levels, then we were able to specify that further. And we have reached all target areas for Bitcoin. Yeah, it is complete. That correction could be complete. Now, however, the market needs to decide if it wants to turn around or not. Now, if it does turn around, I can tell you that all the requirements for the correction have been fulfilled. It could turn around now at any time. And if it does it, there is no problem anymore in the chart. Yeah, had it turned around, for example, here, where a lot of people were still super bullish on Bitcoin, it would have been a massive problem and we would have probably come down lower once more. This was back then the alternative scenario that I told you. We could even, had we broken here above a certain level, we could have moved up all the way maybe to 65k, would have come down afterwards. Yeah. Now, the downside potential was written into the chart. It was very clear that we would have to go below the low of June 21, below 28.6k. Now, since we have reached that area, yeah, we looked at the lower level wave counts very specifically. And also on the lower level wave counts, we completed the scenario. From that point of view, it is all ready now to start to go up, which is why we're looking for signs that the overall downtrend could be over. But we need to be very honest, if this is already a beginning of an uptrend, because we are still above the lowest low, yeah, that we've made. If this is already the beginning of an uptrend, it is just very, very early days. There is still a lot of uncertainty in the markets. And until we can establish a higher level Elliott Wave pattern that shows an uptrend, there will be uncertainty. There will be uncertainty. The same way as I could not tell you here at 70k that we would go down to 28.6k. No, I could only tell you, I think, when we broke 58k. Yeah. So there is an element, yeah, that you just have to, let's say, sacrifice, where you have an element of uncertainty. Because in a certain range, a lot of scenarios are possible. Okay, that is why it might sometimes sound at the moment that, yeah, we can go up, we can go down. At the moment, the options are pretty much very, very similar probability to the upside and the downside. And that is purely the case because Bitcoin has completed all requirements to complete this overall correction. And this is just what it is, you know, sort of in the first 10% of an uptrend, the first 20%, or no, let's say the first 10% of an uptrend, they're usually the most uncertain ones and the most expensive ones, because if you buy in very early, it could very well be the downtrend is still at play. So this is just part of the game, yeah, and welcome to crypto, welcome to financial markets. But yeah, this is overall the higher level wave count 1, 2. And again, we could still be in this wave 2. Now, the wave 2 consists of a wave A, an overshooting wave B, and a wave C to the downside. And this wave C could finish off the wave 2, and we would then expect, in an ideal case, a move up in a wave 3 that would go above 100k, all the way up to possibly even 150, 175k. But an ideal level for that would be 125,000. For the next larger wave up, the wave 3, this is more of a long-term target. Yeah. But what I also need to tell you very clearly, the next rally to the upside does not necessarily need to be that wave 3. There are other possibilities possible before a wave 3 even starts. And however, it could still be a tradable rally. So just if I tell you that a rally is due soon, which I do expect at some point, yeah, very soon, which other people don't. A lot of people expect another year-long correction or something, which does not exclude the possibility for a rally. I'm telling you, we could still get a rally in a crypto winter, for example. Yeah, we have seen that before. But okay, this is sort of the higher level wave count. And if you want to get some more detail about different options that could be emerging here, feel free to join as a channel member. We talked about this in the live stream on Sunday. You can watch all live streams since I started doing them last year. And every live stream includes a topic, so there's a lot of learning. It's not just TA. So looking at the lower level wave count here, where are we for Bitcoin? This is the bullish scenario. Maybe let me show you the bearish scenario first, because a lot of people asked. So bearish scenario, we came down here in a wave 3 on the 12th of May. That was a significant swing low. We then moved up in a wave 4. I've been telling you throughout this entire period that the downtrend cannot be over yet. This was not a bullish structure. A lot of people though were getting bullish here already. And then we moved down again in a 5-wave move down. So that 5-wave move down, if we structure this wave 4 differently, we can count 5 waves complete down here, and that is the bullish scenario, which we're going to take a look at in a minute. But here in the bearish scenario, we made 1, 2, 3 down, 4 up here, and we're now rolling over into a wave 5. That wave 5 could go down, in my opinion, as low as 10.6k. If we go below that, yeah, in my opinion, it would be highly unusual and would surprise me. Would even surprise me. I would not necessarily be surprised to go down to 10.6k, yeah, because this is all covered by the current higher level Elliott Wave pattern. The 10.6k level is purely the 88.7% fib level, an absolute valid target for a wave 2. However, it would be quite an extreme case for Bitcoin to go down to 10.6. Going below 10.6 would be bad for Bitcoin, yeah, because it would be below a very critical level. So, but this is the bearish scenario. To really unlock that bearish scenario, and unfortunately we have to wait for that, is a move to go below 17.56k. If we drop below the low of the wave 3 here, then we are in the bearish scenario. Until then, we can count this bullish, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. So in a bullish scenario, we made the low here, the wave 5, on the 18th of June at 17.5k. We then moved up in a wave 1. Told you from the beginning that this can be counted as an impulse. It can be bullish. I gave you this view that this could be an A, B, C. Now this was always on the radar, that we could have just had here an overshooting wave B, and that the wave 2 wasn't finished yet. And in the end, this actually became the primary scenario now here in the bullish view, in the bullish perspective. So from here, nothing unusual. Yeah, nothing unusual. We are coming down currently in this C wave. In this wave C that you can see. The wave C consists again of 5 waves. And we've made here in the C wave, the wave 1 down in 5 waves, the wave 2 up, the wave 3 down, here in brackets. So let me take out the subwaves. It sometimes gets a bit confusing. Then we moved up in a wave 4. Yeah, I talked about that yesterday. I informed the Telegram members on the Signals channel that I expect a move up in a wave 4. First resistance 20.4k. We came exactly to 20.4k, and we are now moving down here as suggested in previous videos. Told you the wave 5 hasn't really been started, hasn't been completed yet. So we are now heading in this down in this wave 5. The way this is coming across at the moment is as a 5-wave move. So wave 1 complete, wave 2 complete. This, in my opinion, must be a wave 3 of a wave 5. There will be a small wave 4 to the upside, and then a wave 5 to the downside. That would complete, in my opinion, that wave 5. So currently we are adhering very well to this wave count. We are not going here at the moment in a bearish scenario. It has also not become more likely. We are perfectly in this scenario. I told you in a previous video here that there are 2 possibilities to find support. One was here the 50% FIB retracement at 19.6k. You can see we just went through. This was the first possibility for a turnaround. Second possibility was here 19k. We indeed found support at the 61.8% FIB level. However, the wave count would suggest we are not finished yet, because the wave 3 came down quite strongly, the wave 3 of the wave 5. So I would not be surprised to get somewhere here into the region between the 78.6% FIB level and the 61.8, so between 18.4k and 19.1k. Yeah, so wouldn't be surprised to go down a little bit lower, and this might actually become here this target that I talked about before. Let me just show you that, because a target for a wave 5, yeah, would be, let's take a look at that. We take the length of wave 1 and we add it to the beginning of or to the peak of wave 2. So target here 19k, I gave you that, yeah, 19k. Yeah, this is one target, so this is exactly where we are. Okay, 1.618 extension of the wave 1. This is the wave 5 target. One viable way of measuring the target for the wave 5. Now we reached that exactly, we're exactly there now. However, as I said, the wave count doesn't really suggest it yet, so we could take another attempt to calculate the target differently. Also a very viable way of calculating the target is to take the length of the wave A and see where we get to when we add this to the peak of the wave B. And here we get to a target level of 18,800. That's the 1.618 extension of the wave A. Again, this would be the next, for me, the next likely target, 18,800. If we go below that, then I think we are going to go to the 78.6% FIB level at 18.4k. Here then it should be turning around. It could theoretically still go down to 18, which is the 88.7% FIB level. It is less likely to go down to that level, and it would be even less likely to go down to 17.5k. Which doesn't mean it doesn't need to happen, which means if we go down to 17.5k or fall below the 88.7% FIB level, I would be very much in favor of counting this bearish from then on, because then we are just going below levels where it is not, well, especially the 88.7. If you drop below 18k, it is just very unlikely that this still is a 1 and a 2. Then we would need to look at it from a perspective of what I told you before, that this could just here be an A, B, C, and we're now already in a 5-wave move down, which pretty much is this bearish scenario. Okay, and these are the levels that are now relevant. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.